You remember back when we were growing up in the 90s, 80s, and you used to go outside all day, sun up to sundown, activity, whether it's playing basketball, hitting the park, going for a walk, riding bikes. Those were some of the best memories I had. And little did I know at the time that I was actually doing good for myself health wise. But see, kids nowadays don't understand that. Most of these kids nowadays are on their iPads, computers, watching TV. They're doing something inside the house that's confining them in one space. They're not actually having any physical activity. I don't know why, but when my 5-year-old son comes to visit me, he he all he wants to do is have his iPad. I have to literally grab him, take the iPad away, and force him to go outside to play. Now, if we can force these kids to put down the gadgets and play outside or do some kind of physical activity, then we can become a healthy society again. But it all starts with what the parents do. It's up to us as parents to lead the way for that healthy society, for us to get our kids out there to be able to become physical, be able to do different activities other than stay inside and be on the iPad or computer or whatever technology nowadays. Now, in an effort to get your kids outside, we must first understand what is taking the place of a good physical outdoor activity. Like I said before, most of the common things consist of dealing with technology, TV, computers, iPads, tablets, even phones now for some kids. After reading Hendrick's article on WebMD, about 50% of kids are given 2 hours of TV time a day, and also given an hour of computer time in a 5-day week schedule. So Monday through Friday, the score days, we're going to take that into consideration. That was in Hendricks in 2011. I was studying in 2011. Now those numbers right there is very pressing issue, since these numbers are actually taken away from the ideal aspect of physical activity, leading the way to different things like obesity and lots of medical issues that can happen down the road from such a young age. Now, looking at these numbers, this leads to the studies of more recent by MD Mary Givens in 2016 that out of 1 out of every 3 kids in America is considered to be obese. 1 out of 3 kids. That's a concern any parent, including myself, which is why as a parent, we must have to press down and start to encourage these kids to have more physical activity in our everyday lives. If they don't get enough when they're at school, or at lunch, or on recess, or whatever it may be, they need more physical. It is recommended that 60 minutes of physical activity take place a day. That's a day. Now, most of the lunches at school are 30 minutes. They might get 10 to 15 minutes of playtime. But those 30 minutes, you're sitting down. So you literally only get 10 to 15 minutes outside of gym to actually have physical activity. Now, everybody knows how it is in school. Not everybody does participate in gym. The PE teachers can encourage it, they can keep doing it, but not everybody actually sits down and take the time to participate. These numbers above that I reach about 50% of kids in that about 1 out of 3 kids who are considered obese are killing me. In a survey taken of 1,600 parents by the YMCA of the USA, approximately 74% of children between the ages of 5 to 10 do not get enough physical activity on a daily basis. Those are 5 to 10. Those are elementary school kids' age are not getting enough physical activity a day. 74% out of 1,600 parents did that. That's a large number of kids. That's a large number of kids not getting the necessary physical activity or exercise that they need a day. Like I said before, the activity guidelines for Americans recommend 60 minutes of daily physical activity. Now, to me, the question remains, why are parents not pushing for more physical activity? Why are parents not doing more about it? In my studies, I did see that financial struggle is the main premise of why parents are not doing it. They want to save money. They want to take on trips. They want to go to this and this. They want to give the kids something they never had growing up. And they take into consideration after a long day of work, many parents do not have the energy or, let's just face it, do not want to take out the kids out to play any physical activity. It starts with us, parents. It starts with us. Now, some parents don't understand the effects that this can have. That can arise of lack of exercise or lack of physical activity between the ages of 5 to 10. According to MD Givens again, many issues arise from the start of any child not getting enough physical activity, such as obesity, which can lead to diabetes, restless sleep or breathing problems, and it might even cause a liver and gallbladder effects in our disease. But the main premise that I do see is the psychology effect of it. The kids that are considered obese are more than likely to get teased in high school or teased in middle school, more likely to get picked on, to be victims of choice because of their weight, which can get a long haul down the road, mess up the psyche, mess up the mind. Come on, parents, it's up to us. The only way we can get our kids back on track of a physical activity and healthy life starts at home with the parents. Go ahead and take that 15 minutes or 30 minutes out your day to go on a bike ride. Or do some jumping jacks. Go play a physical activity. Play catch, play basketball. Go have them walk the dog with you. Physical activity is what needs to be coming back into the world today to get the society that we love back to be a healthy society. We are the third worst society all over the world that has obesity problems. Third worst. It starts with the kids. Our kids are our future. We need them around, and we need them around long enough to change it. But in order to change it from right now, parents got to step up. The time that led us to finding and creating memories with our friends, what some of the best things back in the 90s was physical activity. So it's up to us as parents to instill that back into our kids. A simple bike ride with your kid can lead you from having your kids healthy and upright and participating and looking good, then have your kid mocked or picked on or made fun of in school. Or worse, have them on medication for the rest of their life, taking insulin shots or taking some kind of form of medication just because parents didn't want to take that extra step going up with their kids and take them outside for physical activity. So I urge parents to start to rise up and take action in their kids' life and get these kids more physical and lead a healthier lifestyle. Because if we do not take these gadgets from these kids and play outside or get some physical activity done, then we will never become the healthy society that we want. The parents are to blame. It can't be the school system. They go to their lawn. It's us as parents who have to keep them healthy, who have to watch over them. Now, looking back, I believe I made some relevant points. The health is wise. You don't want them to get made fun of and everything. 50% of kids are given 2 hours of TV a day. After they get out of school, they still got to do homework and everything like that. That's taken away from the physical activity. But the main point I do recommend is what MD Mary Givens said. 1 out of 3 kids in America is considered to be obese. My son, for his age and height, is one of them. So I urge all parents, including myself, to step up and lead the way. So remember, parents, take away the technology for an hour a day and get them up and running, moving, do something physical. Grasp your children's health by the neck and lead the way. But do not ever forget, change starts within the household. And you, as a parent, can change your kid's life for the better. Health is wise. Come on, y'all. Step up. That's all it takes. Have a good day.